Hi children, welcome back to the lesson garbage, and here in this we are discussing about the different disposal methods. In that first one is the composting. We completed composting, right? Now the second method is vermicompost. Second method is vermicompost. So in this session let us see how to prepare the vermicompost, right? Actually, what is meant by vermicompost? Vermicompost is nothing but preparation of compost. Preparation of compost with what? Preparation of compost with kitchen wastage. With kitchen wastage, kitchen wastage by using red worms. Already we discussed about this, right? So here preparation of compost with kitchen wastage by using red worms or earthworms, it is called as vermicompost. Here vermicompost is, it can able to produce high quality manure when compared to normal composting method, right? So here vermicompost, if you want to do the vermicompost, if you want to prepare the vermicompost, then you need to dig a pit in the soil, or otherwise you require a wooden box, right? Either you need a wooden box or metal bin, or otherwise you need to make a pit in the ground, right? So at your house or at your school, let us see how to produce the vermicompost, right? So here first step, we have to dig a pit of 30 centimeter, pit of 30 centimeter, sorry, depth, right? So now we prepared 30 centimeter depth pit, or otherwise we should take a wooden box. We can take a wooden box, right? Now second step, we have to spread either chicken mesh, or otherwise we use it to cover it with the sand. You could add sand layer or chicken mesh, you could use poultry mesh that we are using, right? So I covered it with the sand layer. For example, we covered it with the sand layer, right? Now on this sand layer you may take whatever the kitchen wastage is there. What kitchen wastage include? The fruit, the spoiled fruits, leaves, vegetables, and as well as fruits, the peels of the fruits, etc., can be it is present in the kitchen garbage, right? And as well as agricultural garbage also you could take here, right? um, the leftover food, etc., it can be taken into the pit, or otherwise if you took the box you may keep them in box, right? Now however, we collected the wastages, kitchen wastages we collected, newspaper, even newspapers and etc., which can be biodegradable, we should take. Along with this you could add animal wastage also. You can add animal wastage. Here animal wastage is nothing but animal excreta, cow urine, cow dung, or cattle urine, cattle dung can be used. It can be used, right? Now, however, after collecting these, we have to sprinkle water on it. We have to sprinkle water on it. So don't sprinkle too much water. Just sprinkle a little. Here, the pit or this box should be kept neither cool area nor hot area. So the medium range place should be selected for the preparation of vermicompost. However, we sprinkled some water on it. We sprinkled some water on it, right? Now cover the layer, cover the layer with the gunny bag or a waste cloth, the used dress cloth, right? cover it with the gunny bags. Do you know gunny bags? Very good. So gunny bags, cover it with the gunny bags. First we take in sand layer, later we take in the waste material, we sprinkled some water on it, and then we covered it with the gunny bags, and once again we have to wet the gunny bags. So here, before covering it with the gunny bag, better add red worms. Now we could add red worms in it, right? So these red worms, they are going to decompose, or they are going to they decompose the waste material, the kitchen waste material that we take in here. How do it happens? Actually, red worm, it don't have teeth, but it have a special structure called gizzard. A special structure called gizzard means first it swallows the food directly. It swallows the food, and in the gizzard, it is going to grind the food. It grinds the food so that the food become grinded, and it excrete the waste material after digestion. Here some people they add eggshells. They add eggshell for the proper grinding. Eggshell or seashell is added to this waste material, and here we should not compress the waste material. Why? Because if you compress, there is no more space between the material, so that the earthworm, the red worm, it unable to grow properly. So don't press it, don't apply any pressure on it, let it be loose. Don't be close them, don't be packed tightly, right? So here, by adding eggshell or seashell, when it eats that eggshell, it can able to grind well whatever the waste material that it eaten, right? So after all this, it is going to excrete the earthworm, the red worm or earthworm is going to excrete. So this excreta can make, the excreta of the earthworm, it can make the compost as a manure. It can make the compost as a manure, right? Now with this we got very pure vermicompost, very pure vermicompost. So once in a few days we should mix it well. And however, when you find the change in the color of garbage, when you find the change in the color of garbage, then simply it indicates that vermicompost is ready. So that now we have to do one thing: either we have to select another pit, or otherwise in this pit just remove some place, and here take the fresh garbage, and then transfer the red worms onto this garbage, and take out the garbage material which is decomposed, and we call it as vermicompost. We call it as vermicompost. So vermicompost is ready to use, we can use it. So remember one thing: red worms can able to convert the garbage material into vermicompost whenever they are plant wastage or animal wastage. We should not include metals, plastics, glass. Why? Because it unable to convert it into vermicompost. And as well as, for example, in we are throwing the kitchen wastage here. In kitchen wastage there may be oil or pickles, etc. We should not throw them. Why? Because these oils and pickles, they support the growth of microbes in the compost, and these microbes, they cause harm to the red worms. So that we should not throw uh, the metal wastages and as well as oil, pickle wastage in this. The non-biodegradable material is not going to be eaten by the red worms, so that we should not include plastic and glasses, right? So have you understood this? For example, if is there any marriage party, or is there any event, so if you attend that party, they provided two types of plates: plastic plate and as well as banana platter. Plastic plate and banana platter. So on which you would like to eat, plastic paper or banana platter? Yes, we select banana platter. Why? Because it is very natural and decomposable, whereas it is laminated. This one, the plastic paper, or otherwise the paper is laminated with the plastic coat, so that it is non biodegradable. It is better to use biodegradable material while we are eating. Why? Because we can use this waste, means used banana platter as a composting, right? So that we should avoid using paper plates or plastic plates. We should use the leaves as a platter, right? So this is about today's class, vermicompost. And this vermicompost, it makes the soil fertile. It makes the soil fertile, and soil become very healthy, and it supports the growth of plant. So let us see the uses of vermicompost. What uses, for how do it is useful? Number one, it is cheaper when compared to chemical fertilizer. It is very cheap, right, when compared to chemical fertilizers. Here, if you use the chemical fertilizer, the soil loses the fertility, means soil become unhealthy. But whereas by using vermicompost, soil health increases. Soil health increases, and it supports the growth of plants very well. And it is the natural traditional method that we are using to grow the crops, right? So this is about vermicompost. I hope you understood today's class, and we'll discuss more about the garbage in the further classes. So this is the second step, that is vermicomposting. We completed composting and vermicomposting. So what we did here, we dig a 30 centimeter pit, and we taken sand layer, and we collected the garbage from the kitchen. We removed the plastic or something, plastic, metals, non-biodegradable materials are removed, and we sprinkled some water on it, and we allowed the moisture and air to be enter in it, and later we covered it with the gunny bags. After adding red worms, we covered it with gunny bags. So as a result, within 2-3 months, we are going to get the compost, right? This is what we call vermicompost, right? I hope you understood very well. We'll meet in the next class. Thank you now.